Hi there, my name is Debbie Calton, and we thank you for joining us for this glimpse into this fabulous organization called Perfect 10, based in Hudson, New York. Perhaps you were with us when we held a virtual fundraiser for Perfect 10 back in December 2020 at the beautiful confines of Club Helsinki, Hudson. We did an amazing job that night. You did an amazing job. We raised quite a bit of money, but there is always a need for more. We thought that we would bring you an update and show you, give you a tour of the fabulous facilities of Perfect 10 at the Hudson Library. We are going to talk to the women who make it happen every single day, their dedication. We're going to talk to the girls themselves, to girls who have moved on, who have graduated and become great success stories. We will have an exclusive performance from Perfect 10 dad, Tommy Stinson, founding member of the Replacements and longtime bassist for Guns N' Roses. And throughout the course of this presentation, we will also highlight some of the areas where Perfect 10 can still use your monetary support. I would like you to remember the website, please, because you can find a list of items that are needed there, perfect10hudson.org. We begin with an interview with Hudson Mayor Kamal Johnson about how Perfect 10 impacts the community. And then also we will start a three-part tour of the Perfect 10 facilities at the library with Perfect 10 founder Paula Foreman. To get a historical perspective on the Perfect 10 organization, today we have with us Mayor Kamal Johnson of the City of Hudson. Welcome, Kamal.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm so glad to have you give your perspective here. In your platform, when you were running for mayor, one of your initiatives was to provide help to the city's youth from cradle to career. And Perfect 10 kind of fits right into that agenda, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just happy that Perfect 10 has been around for so long, and to just see some of the young women that have been here since the beginning that are now adults and taking on careers is just like an amazing feeling, seeing that, I've watched this grow since day one.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that, because you originally were doing an after-school program, and this sort of came out of that. You were working with Paula Foreman, why don't you tell that story?
Yeah. So I was the site coordinator at the Blue Hawk Nation after-school program, and about 10 years ago, in walks this really fancy woman who's like, I want to work with inner city youth in particular, young ladies, and I want to give them and show them different experiences and women in power. And at first, a lot of people kind of looked at it like, there's no way she's gonna connect with these kids. Like, it's just,
she came from advertising.
She
came from like major, yeah.
So she like had her plan like already laid out, a lot of people really didn't see the vision, but I kind of saw the vision, and I told her like, let's give it a shot. And 10 years later, here we are. And even, to the point where when things started to pick up, I said to her, this is going to work. And, years from now, my daughter is going to be a part of this program. And she was just like, well, let's take it a day at a time.
And your daughter is a part of the program.
And my daughter, Asia, is a part of the program. And, she's a big fan of the program. And just see that, how much it's grown to the point where, they were in one little classroom doing different activities to now they're all over the county, horseback riding and so many other efforts that they're doing, to the point where they also have girls who started from the beginning that have careers or are in college now.
Yeah.
So it's humbling. It's amazing.
As you said, this is the 10th anniversary, and to be able to watch a girl from start, which is 4th and 5th grade, to going on beyond high school is pretty amazing to see the impact that a program like this makes on somebody.
Yeah.
And also, what kind of impact does this kind of program make on the city? There's no political agenda. It's not for financial gain at all. That's why we're doing a fundraiser, to get more money, because it costs a lot of money for an organization like this to run. How does that help you in the wide scheme of your plans for the city of Hudson?
Yeah, I think Perfect 10 filled a gap that there wasn't any programming that just centered around young girls, and not only just like as in like a safe space for them to talk, but a place for them to have experiences that are outside of their norm. So this was like huge, and that's why it continues to gain momentum, because there's no other program like it. It stands on its own, and you know, I'm just happy to have it a part of our community and to be a part of supporting it in any way.
Right, and also the interaction with businesses and local artists, it really does sort of draw everybody in together. And again, there's nothing political, it's not aligned with any message or anything. It's set for just to give girls a great experience and help them be the best they can be. So your daughter Asia, what are some of her favorite things to do in Perfect 10?
She loves the horseback riding.
Oh, don't they all?
She loves Glee. You know, there's so many different activities, and also it's a place where she can gather with her friends, and you know, they have time just to do their homework and just to catch up and be kids.
Right, yeah.
And that's a lot of what's missing too, because everything is so structured that the kids just sometimes need a moment just to be kids and amongst each other to enjoy each other.
Right, yeah. Also now, during this time of COVID, it's particularly challenging for these kids to find places that they are allowed to go and play and be together and everything. And Perfect 10, of course, is taking, you know, all the precautions and everything and being very, you know, socially conscious of what they need to do. But it still gives them continuity in their lives that they had pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And I think it's extremely important. And as you said, the after-school homework help, that takes a lot of heat off the parents.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
As a parent and, you know, working parent as well, like, I understand the complexities of trying to make time for virtual learning, making sure everything's set up right and there's connection, and then following through. And, you know, schoolwork has changed so much since I was in school that, you know, sometimes it's tough to grasp. Like, I remember helping Asia with homework, with math homework, and I'm giving her the right answer, but that's not the right way
to get to
do
it.
it
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
So it's good to have programs like this that, you know, keep up with, you know, the changing standard, changing times.
Right. And also Perfect 10 is also always looking for other ways to help the girls. As you mentioned, there are some, you know, tried and true activities, the horseback riding, they do pottery, they are learning how to make jewelry, they're going to different art studios and learning how to do particular kind of things. They've got a pottery, they have a kiln and all that. But there's also talk about other programs, like maybe helping provide therapy for some kids who need that, which, wow, what a benefit that would be.
Yeah. I mean, me and Paula talked about that a lot as the program has grown, heavy on, you know, meeting the socio-emotional needs of our youth. And I think, you know, dealing with girls who come from diverse backgrounds, lower socioeconomic backgrounds, there's a lot, you know, that they take in, and they're forced to be stronger, and there's no outlet for them to express that feeling. And, you know, programs that can give them that outlet, that don't stigmatize, you know, any type of mental illness or depression and things like that, is always a plus on, you know, just helping a person grow.
Yeah. Again, all of these activities need money. That's why we're here today. So I'm going to let you give the final word here, Kamal, and the plea for this is why you should support this organization.
Yeah, this is definitely why you should support this organization. You know, it's vital for our community, and it's taken a lot of load off of parents in our community. And, you know, they say it takes a village. This is part of that village stepping in and helping out. So, you know, do what you can, donate what you can, and let's, you know, keep Perfect 10 going for 10 more years.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Kamal.
Thank you.
As you can see, we are in the magnificently restored lobby of this beautiful building, the Armory, which houses not only the Hudson Area Library straight ahead, but Perfect 10 upstairs on the 3rd floor. Let's take a walk. Hey, Paula.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Paula Foreman, founder Perfect 10, and we are here in this wonderful space. Kind of different from what it was when you started this 10 years ago, huh?
Oh, you betcha. I mean, this place was really a point of arrival for us. We started it in the trunk of my car, and I had a very little car. This clubhouse was something we had wished and hoped and dreamed of right from the beginning. We've had many stops in between.
I want to hear about some of these stops because, as you said, you started in a car trunk and you made a lot of transitions over the years. And as you said, now look where you are. This is an amazing apartment space. I mean, people in Hudson would kill for something like this.
It is.
Like, there's the full kitchen over here and there's rooms everywhere. So why don't you take us around a little bit, and as we're walking, talk about what we're seeing now, but also the places that you've been in the past with Perfect 10.
Okay, well, we can start in the kitchen. We really wanted a kitchen. Perfect 10 girls love to eat.
And food is provided for them
Yes.
after school, which is a great benefit.
The kitchen is really important to us. And we learned that along the way, how important food was. And of course, it's not just the food. We try to teach them about nutrition and what's good for them too. But it's about eating.
Yeah. And you're teaching, you're not only feeding them, and you're feeding them nutritious hot meals, not just snacks, but nutritious meals.
Full meals.
But they're also learning how to cook at the same time. So it's a win-win to have this kitchen.
From the beginning,
Yeah.
they've been learning how to cook. I mean, as I say, we started all our supplies were in the trunk of my car. We were in the storeroom at school at first, I think because they didn't think that we would last or that I would last. Kate Moore was our original director. Everybody was volunteer. But we all had the same feeling, like we wanted to do something for the girls of Hudson. We wanted to introduce them to all our friends and find out what they were doing. I mean, we knew wonderful women in this town who did great things, and we wanted them to be part of the Girls Network, and indeed they are.
Right. As we take our tour of the clubhouse, I want you to think about how far Perfect 10 has come since the 10 years of its inception, from operating out of a car trunk to being in the beautiful facilities where they are now. There are so many things that are needed. Rent, got to pay for the lights, the electricity, and again, there are so many ways that you can help support them. If you go to perfect10hudson.org, you can find out the many ways that you can support them. We just toured the kitchen. The kitchen is the hub of Perfect 10. When the girls come in, whether it be from actual school in the afternoon or virtual school at home, they're often hungry. Being in the kitchen gives them the sense of community and support, and of course, nourishment as well. And when they sit at the table, eating something that they've made themselves, it is such a great feeling of accomplishment. One of the things that Perfect 10 is in need of is a nutrition counselor, advisor, and again, that's one of the things that you can support through the website. So thank you very much for taking your time to think about that. In this next segment, we are going to be speaking with Perfect 10 director, Tina Dipper, and then also we will continue our tour of the Perfect 10 facilities with founder Paula Foreman.
Hi, my name's Tina Dipper. I'm the director of Perfect 10. I think that Perfect 10 is an amazing program for the girls in the city of Hudson. We help support these girls through a majority of the steps in life that a lot of young adolescent teens go through. So we help them build the courage, the independence, the strength, knowledge in everything that we do to help them succeed in life. Our philosophy here at Perfect 10 is to help the girls be strong, confident, independent, self-supporting women as they grow up. The plan is that they will create a sisterhood of friends and support that we as staff would give them as well and help them throughout the rest of their life. And I think a program like this is critical for young girls. So we are celebrating our 10 years coming up. We're extremely excited about this. We We've had hundreds of girls that have gone through this program, successfully gone through the program. They've gone on to college or some furthering their education in some way. We feel that we have definitely fostered and helped them be successful to get where they are, and it's an extremely important thing that we are doing. Our girls come to us as buds. We help them blossom into beautiful flowers that will eventually change the community and hopefully the world. We ask that you join us in helping these girls on their journey and become part of the Perfect 10 community of supporters.
So show me the premises here. What all do we have? We have a big space, first of all.
Yeah.
We've got a mirror, which is very important, right?
The mirror was a stroke of genius. One of our former directors realized that the girls were spending an unaccountable amount of time in the bathroom. I realized that it was about the mirror.
Right. So
Hey.
put the mirror right here.
And it is
Good
so
idea.
funny. I've always thought it would be great to have a camera right here because everybody comes by, you know.
Well, so
And they all have their mirror face.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We
It's
see that first.
fun.
Big chalkboard here.
Yeah, and you know, we use it for all sorts of things. This happens to have the promise that we're focusing on this week, asking for help when we need it. This is Tina's absolute favorite promise.
To ask for help when I need it.
It's a challenge for everybody.
Yeah, you gave me, you have these business cards, or they're made up like business cards, but it has that promise on there. It has a lot of other promises that are pretty much the premise of the whole approach with Perfect 10.
They are.
I don't have my glasses on, but I promise to respect others and to respect myself.
Take care of your body.
Right, to try again when I fail. I mean, these are all wonderful tenets for all of us to live by. But the fact that you instill this in these girls every day with what you do here is really
We've
incredible.
had a lot of programming around that. Teaching them the promises is the best way we've found to teach them what they're signing on for. That they're making a commitment. We always say everybody can come, not everybody can stay. Staying means that you've agreed to embrace these promises. And I think it's a real important part.
Paula, tell me about this table. What happens here?
Everything happens.
It's a great table,
here.
by
Great table. I bought this at Restore, whenever it was that we moved in here. It's just sturdy, but it's also friendly. It's a dining room table.
So this is where everybody eats when they sit down and they don't scatter around, they have community at this table.
Because that's sort of part of the deal
Yeah.
too. It's not just eating for fuel. It is our equivalent of a family dinner. This is where we sit around and ask everyone, how are you doing? But even these chairs, I remember these were given, they were donated to us by Scott Nevins at Modern. I remember I asked him if it was sturdy, and he demonstrated by standing up on him.
Yes, it is.
And he's a lot bigger than I am.
Let's talk about that, though, how you get these furnishings. I mean, you put, I'm sure, some money out of your pocket, like you said, you got this table. But where does everything come from? Are they all donations from the community?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we even the stuff we buy with donations from the community. This mural is done by a local artist, Gretchen Kelly. And we just love it. It is Hudson, of course, our impression of Hudson in the Armory, but how many people live with a custom
I know.
mural in their house?
And so this furniture is beautiful. I mean, this is such a welcoming space and great light everywhere
Yes.
in this whole place. I mean, which is, I think, pretty important, you know?
It is. I remember when I first saw this space, it wasn't divided like this, it was wall space. And I was worried about the light because there's only this source in this room. but it turned out to be just fine. And behind me are these wonderful portraits. There's some here too. We rotate them. It's part of a project we did with a local artist, photographer, Valerie Schaff. But this was more than just portraits. This was a study in identity for each girl. We called it See Me Like This, and they had the choice of dressing as a historical figure, which you see one of them did. The costumes were lent to us by people at Claremont. Some of them dressed as what they wanted to be in life, and some of them just wanted to be captured for a moment. I remember propping for this one, like Opie wanted to be a fairy for good. What is that?
Wow.
No, really, what does that look like?
And what a wonderful thing for these girls to have professional portraits done of them. What a wonderful memento and a way to say, yeah, that's me. Yeah, look at me. I can do this. That's what I look like.
Yeah, as teenagers, to see themselves in such a aspirational way. And of course, that's what the program really is about, at heart, is aspiration. Look at Kiana, she's flying. I love that one.
We'd love to give a huge thanks to all the artists and businesses in Hudson and the surrounding areas who have been a huge part of the girls' success in Perfect 10. When we did the fundraiser in December, artists created these most magnificent ornaments for the artistry that we raffled off at the end of the evening. They've been very vital in giving hands-on experience to these girls, whether it's going to the art studio, whether it's going into a shop and learning what it takes to run a business. The community is absolutely vital to the development of these girls. And Perfect 10 is always looking for other people to join in and help these girls gain experiences in areas that they would never be able to access if it wasn't for Perfect 10 and bringing all these activities together. So again, thank you so very much to all of them who have been a big part of the everyday activities, because you got to keep these girls interested. There's always got to be something new and fun and challenging for them to experience. In this next segment, we are going to be speaking to a Perfect 10 success story, Gina Lazzara, and then we will have an exclusive performance and a few words from Perfect 10 dad, Tommy Stinson. Today, Gina Lazzara is with us here, and Gina, I've been here at Perfect 10 pretty much the entire day, and your name, everything's been Gina, Gina, Gina. So I was so excited to meet you. No, seriously, because you have been with Perfect 10 since the beginning, 10 years ago. And we were talking to Paula about the beginnings of where she was just operating out of her car trunk. Yes. But she was talking about how many times it's moved physically to different locations. So can you talk a little bit about, you started in what grade?
I believe 4th grade I started, and we were at the middle school. Through after school program is when I started, and we were in like this storage closet that nobody was using. And so, we've definitely come a very long way from the storage closet at the middle school.
And you were like in a church at one point, is that right?
Yes, we were in the basement of the Presbyterian church.
I mean, talk a little bit about some of the things that you've done through Perfect 10 that have really stuck with you, and that also have kind of maybe helped you decide things that you wanted to do when you got older?
Well, we did a lot of mentoring programs. Like Paula would find successful, inspirational women and match us up, and with who she thought our personalities were a little bit like, or if we were going on like the same path as them. And that really helped me figure out I didn't want to be a nurse.
Sometimes it's important to find out what you don't want to be.
Yes, yes. We did a lot of parades and we worked with, like at the church for the Presbyterian church, we did pancakes and chicken wings dinner, and it was free. It was just a whole bunch of people could come. You can eat whatever you want. Donations were appreciated, but it was free. And just we did a lot of things like that. We did a community gardening for a little bit, and we helped out with the church and planting flowers in different places. And I don't know, we did a lot of really good things that just kind of put you out there. We went to a lot of college visits for where we thought we were interested, and Paula just had all the right questions to ask all the time, and
Yeah.
it was really helpful.
And there are field trips. I mean, there are projects here in this sort of clubhouse that you have going here. Loads of projects and loads of different experiences and books everywhere. But Perfect 10 makes it possible to get out in the world.
Right.
I was just hearing a little bit earlier about somebody who was doing a study program in Japan that Perfect 10 helped facilitate. And so it's a wonderful experience that maybe you wouldn't have had if you just been going home from school every day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it sort of expands your world, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. It 100% does. And we've had there's been a few different directors and staff members and everything too, and we love them all, obviously, but some people just bring completely different experiences, and just where we were shown a lot that was outside of our comfort zone.
Right, yeah. So is it called graduating when you
Yeah.
leave? Okay, so
Yeah.
have you graduated at this point?
Yes.
But you're working, and tell us a little bit about your life right now.
Right now, I actually, since I graduated, I've been working for the Hudson's Elementary School as a teaching assistant, and not really sure what I wanted to actually do. There's a lot of things I knew I didn't want to do, like nursing, for example. And so I wasn't sure what I wanted to go back to school for. I've had lots of talks with Paula, actually, and I've bounced a few ideas off, and then I've just been really doubtful because I got comfortable.
Yeah.
And now, so tomorrow is actually my last day there. And on November 30th, I start school at the Orlo School for Hair Design and Cosmetology. And other than that, I work at Pies I Know, which is a pizza place in Columbiaville. My life's pretty good besides that.
You know, something that you just said, that you called, you're not in the program per se anymore, but you could call Paula and she's still helping you.
Yes.
So that support doesn't go away.
Yep.
You always know that you can reach back to some of the people here if you need advice. Or,
Absolutely.
Yeah, the decision making. And something Paula said to me when I was talking to her earlier, that this is a safe space.
Yes.
For girls and young women who are coming from different backgrounds, from different, home situations, from different school situations and all this. But this is a safe place to be where everybody, it's equal.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
You're not going to get bullied here. You're going to feel like you can confide in somebody if you need to. Has that been your experience?
Right, yes, absolutely. And if you don't feel like everybody, then there's always at least one person that you connect with, that you can feel comfortable that way with,
Yeah. So just to wrap it up, what's your favorite memory about being here at Perfect 10, if you could pick one?
If I could pick one, my favorite memory was one year we all went to the winter walk together, and it was just really, because that's you do it with your family and your friends, and it kind of just felt like both in one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Paul was just great. We had Kate for a while, and she was great. Laura, Mrs. Badilla, all of them. We missed them all, really.
Aw.
But
I love what you just said, that it's your family and your friends all as one.
yes.
It's a community for you. Thank you so much, Gina.
Thanks for having
Congratulations
me.
for being here, and a lot of people are success stories who come out of this, but to see your face and to hear your story is fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's a song for Perfect 10 that goes like this. It's called Anybody Else. Gotta bust out some new threads, go off grid a little while, drink me some tea at the bus stop, wait for a train mobile. Got a new pair of glasses you hope
I want to wish all of you at Perfect 10 After School Program happy holidays. My name's Tommy Stinson, and my daughter loves it there. It's a fun program for girls and that. It took me 2 years to get her to try one day, but after the first day, she wanted to go back every day. So it's been very good and helpful. And again, I want to thank you all for all your hard work, and happy holidays.
I hope you had a chance to listen to some of the lyrics of Tommy's song, Anybody Else. You can't be anybody else for anyone. So very true, and that is something that is championed at Perfect 10. Individuality is celebrated every day, and in a world where we hear the word diversity bandied about so much, these girls don't have to be taught because they are living it. They are experiencing it every single day when they get together at Perfect 10. They learn from each other. They come from different backgrounds. They learn skills at Perfect 10 that they can take home to their families. It's an incredible chance for them to feel safe, protected, but also to be a part of something. That is one of the huge parts of Perfect 10. I'd like to mention that when Tommy was talking about his daughter Lula just happens to be my niece. And what got her really interested in Perfect 10, and now she's become such an avid supporter and participant, but it was a horseback riding. She wouldn't have that chance to go horseback riding anywhere else. Perfect 10 provides that for a number of girls on a weekly basis, and that's another area that you can contribute, again, by going to perfect10hudson.org. Next up, we are going to be talking to Community Program Coordinator Whitney Spooner Wilkins, and also we're going to be hearing from some of the girls of Perfect 10.
Hi, I'm Whitney. I'm the Community Programs Coordinator for Perfect 10. Easily, Perfect 10 is the hardest job I've ever grown to love, and I can't wait to get here every day. The girls are amazing. It's truly a joy to watch them grow and learn and become strong, independent young women who will be able to face anything the world has to offer them and be successful. And it's a blessing and a pleasure to be able to witness that. Perfect 10 is unique in the fact that we are an all-girls program, only girls, and we follow them from 4th grade through graduation. We help them with college prep, and a lot of our girls keep in touch with us afterwards, and we're hoping maybe someday they'll come back to us full circle and help more girls achieve what they've achieved in life. As a program coordinator here at Perfect 10, my job and my goal is to get the young ladies out into the community, be aware of what's going on, expose them to all of the programs that are available to them, and just get them to understand and know where they live, be a part of the community, and get the most positive experience they can from it. For me, Perfect 10 has been such an amazing experience, and I know that the young girls get so much from it. I would love to see this program grow.
My name is Liliana, and I've been going to Perfect 10 for 7 to 8 years. What I like about Perfect 10 is that there's endless amounts of opportunities. There are multiple workshops that we can participate in, like crafts, baking, knitting, and jewelry making. We also go on trips to places we won't normally go to, like New York City and Washington, D.C. These trips also teach me more about the world and more about myself. When I first joined the program, I was very shy and reserved, and now I am very confident and eager to try new challenges. In the future, I want to become a defense attorney or social worker, and I think my time at Perfect 10 has helped me focus on what I want to do.
For me, Perfect 10 is like one big family with women and girls, and like you get to leave your house and come here and hang out. You can like make food and you can do a lot of activities, and you make a lot of friends here. And everyone is so nice and kind and sweet, and I just feel like it's like a second home here.
I like coming to Perfect 10 after school because I learn new things and they help me with homework.
I've been here ever since the 3rd grade, and there's a bunch of fun activities and there's just a lot to do.
Perfect 10 is helping me be more confident and helping me focus on what I want to do in my future.
Perfect 10 has changed my life for the better because it's just a great program to do and be in. My younger sisters are in it, and like growing up into the system, it's great. I've seen all kinds of phases throughout this program, but the one right now is pretty good. It's the best place to be in at the moment. The way it's changed my life really is just experience and just help and support.
Another wonderful aspect of services that Perfect 10 provides is driver's education. Do you want to teach your teenage girl how to drive? I didn't think so. One way that your money goes to work when you support Perfect 10 is providing driver's education. Perfect 10 works with girls between the ages of 8 and 18. These are crucial ages. There's sometimes a lot of, when you try to teach your own child, and I know by experience, that are try to get them to do their homework or how to learn how to drive or these things. There's might be a little headbutting there. Perfect 10 takes the edge off of that. They provide homework support. They provide tutoring. They provide, they will make sure that the girls are getting their work done. I can't even tell you how invaluable a service this is. In this next clip, we are going to be concluding our tour of the Perfect 10 facilities at the Hudson Library with founder Paula Foreman. And we're going to be hearing from another Perfect 10 success story, Damaris Shakespeare. All right, Paula, well, here we are in another room. Can you tell me about this space with a piano?
I guess.
A donation.
Yes, absolutely. Cameron really has given, transported, and supported our pianos over the years.
And Cameron is part of this whole thing, but he's also Helsinki Hudson, and but he's a huge part of all of this. So that's fantastic. Tell us some more. I see some pottery over here.
Nancy Barber, another great friend of Perfect 10, has been helping the girls with pottery. They actually do the pottery here and then take it back to her home where she has a kiln.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite a gift.
That's very cool. And another example of the community interaction with what you do, because you need that kiln to finish this project.
I'm not exaggerating. I mean, Perfect 10 would not exist without the women of Hudson. That, to me, is the most extraordinary thing about this organization, is how the many women in Hudson have given their time, their energy, and their money. They've given employment opportunities. The whole point of Perfect 10 is really to prepare them for an independent, self-supporting life. But until you see what it is you want to be, how would you know? You know, the girls have never met people who make their own living doing the things they love. And in some ways, I think that's the biggest gift that the women in the community give us, is they see women every day who are doing the thing they love to do. And that's priceless.
All right, Paula, so this part of the room is fantastic. There's throw pillows everywhere. There's a really comfy window seat
They love
here.
that.
Oh, I can see, because they do knitting, so they probably sit up there and knit, right? And you have a name for this place. What do you call it?
Yes, this is called Vegas because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
So this is where trust is built.
Yeah.
That what they talk about in their small groups or whatever is not going to go beyond this room.
That's right.
Yeah, they're protected.
That's right.
They're safe.
They are, and I mean that's the other thing, is this is a safe space, and all the girls know it. They can come here whenever they need to be here. And they're, mostly we insist that they participate in the activities of the day. But every once in a while, you see a girl who just needs to be here and needs to do nothing.
Just needs a place to hang. So there's another room, too, to this space. Tell me a little bit about that.
The tower is really what sold me on the place. I'm sure you noticed that we have the best view in Hudson.
You can practically see all of Hudson out of those windows that sort of encircle, long, tall windows that encircle that space in there, which is really amazing.
And they, for a girl too, what's better than a turret? I mean, really. But my hope was that they would all feel like queens of the city.
That's what it feels like when you're in that room. And you also have you have a bookcase filled with inspirational books that I presume you can just go and...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, people donate them to us. Sometimes we buy them. Yeah, it's a great place just to hang out. We've been using that room for the teens for the last couple of years, so that the teens feel like they have their own room within the house.
Yeah. So Paula, thank you so much for taking us on a tour of this beautiful space. And a couple of things before we sign off here. It costs money. It costs money to have furniture, to have programs, to investigate new opportunities for these young women. I mean, you have a lot of people in the community who do donate, but it also takes money. That's why we are doing this fundraiser. So obviously the work that you are doing, that everybody's doing here, because it takes a lot of people to make this happen.
Yeah.
But you're doing a fantastic job, but we're asking for money. Secondly, how did you come up with the name Perfect 10?
Well, I'll tell you what was in my thoughts. I think I was watching the Olympics, and I was watching the gymnasts or the skaters or something, on which there was a 10-point scale, and I thought, that's it, Perfect 10, something to aspire to. That was...
So it's not being a perfect 10,
no,
being like everybody else?
It is not about being perfect. It's about being the best you that you can be. It's about shooting for the stars. It's about not giving up on your dreams. It's about keep trying, keep working, do it again if it didn't work the first time. Nobody succeeds the first time at anything. That's what it was about.
Yeah.
Practice. And that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So it's
Girls love it though.
It's about everybody being different, but I like the word that you keep using, aspiration. It's about aspiring to be whoever, whatever you want to be, and that is a goal that can be achieved.
Yes.
Well, Paula, thank you so very much for this tour. It's been very enlightening, and now people should see why they need to donate.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Damaris Shakespeare. I am a graduating senior and criminal justice major and English minor on the pre-law track at Dillard University in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I currently live in Hudson, New York. I was in Perfect 10 from grades 5th through 7th grade. When it first started, I was a part of the first group. I can honestly say Perfect 10 has helped me become the woman I am today. When you invest into an organization like Perfect 10, you're investing into the future. You're investing into these young ladies who one day change the world and make a big impact on our communities.
Hey guys, is the passport ready?
It is. It's right here. Do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
My name is Tina. I'm the director of Perfect 10. What we're doing here is making masks for the community to give back and keep them safe. All these masks are free. We are accepting donations, but all these masks are free. We decided to do masks after a few different discussions on how we can help give back to the community, and being that we can sew, we figured that masks were the easiest way that we can go about doing it, because other programs were doing food, so we were trying to find an alternative to give back to the community. What people are doing to pick up masks is either ordering them online, or you can drop in the store, 102 Warren Street. We normally do have masks on hand. If you would like to order, we will have them done for you within a few days of the order placed. As of today, we have made approximately 2,000 masks. We are continuing to make them. We still have orders coming in, and we will make them until there is no longer a need for them, but we will still be here making them. Our goal at Perfect 10 is to empower young women, to give them confidence, independence, and skills to navigate through life. We currently have 75 students in 2 separate locations.
Hi, I'm Tori from Perfect 10, and today I'm making masks. This is important because I feel like we should be giving back to the community because the community gives us a lot. And it's important to keep everyone safe and healthy and socially distanced and flatten the curve. In the end, I'm hoping that we are able to get everything back to normal and help the people who need help and just giving back to them.
To find out more about our masks or about Perfect 10 and who we are and what we do, you can visit our website at www.perfect10. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at Perfect 10 Hudson.
I want to thank you once again for watching this presentation. Please go to perfect10hudson.org, where you'll find out even more about this organization on its 10th anniversary. You will also see pictures and learn about the many experiences that these girls have had and that they hope to have as well with support. They are doing aerial yoga, they're doing knitting, they're going horseback riding. They want to go on field trips and do camping when that is allowed. There are so many different ways that you can help support, and I'm sure when you go to the website that you'll find something that touches your heart. We want to thank again all the businesses and artists who have been a part of the Perfect 10 organization and who will continue to be. And reminder that these girls learn by example, and let that example be you. They're our future, and let's give them all the room that they need to grow. Thank you again. perfect10hudson.org.